Hello, everyone. We are so excited to be here. It is our official Christmas party. We have a loaded cast for you today. I'm just going to bring up a few people to give you a wave quickly, and we are going to get started. Okay, so we have a couple more people coming on after this, but I just want to take a minute and have a little. You're so good.
Totally.
I love it. All right, so let's get started. My name is Melanie Greeno. I'm the CEO and founder of Create Your Empire, and this is our official Christmas party. We have a few people here that I want to introduce you to, and we are going to jump right in. First of all, you are going to see top right of your screen, Shanda.coach, which is Shanda Wright. She is one of our master coaches, and she is a massive part of this business. She's going to, not only does she people and coach people, but she does some really cool behind the scenes stuff that you guys can learn about here in a minute. We do have an award ceremony coming up. So if you are here for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are brand new, you've never been on an event here before, I want you to drop a 1 in the chat. Drop a 1 in the chat. And if you are a repeat person, I want you to drop a 2. If you are used to being a part of our community. Community for us is really, really important. The reason Create Your Empire was born was so that you could have a place to build your business, brand, and bank account in a safe, controlled environment where you're learning to become the best version of yourself and learning the skill set that you need to succeed. We also have Regina here. So what I'm going to do, you guys, to kick it off is just jump in. I know Regina, she's a realtor. She's, by the way, she's in Arizona, USA. So if you guys need really give her a call, but she's been around for a little while. So what I'm going to do is jump in with her first, and then Shanda, we will come right back to you. So Regina, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thanks, Melanie.
Yes, it's so good. I love your Christmas sweater, by the way.
Woo, I'm festive, right?
Yeah, it's so pretty.
Thank you.
So, you know, the thing is, we have a lot of new people on today that have never even really been exposed to our community from all over the world globally. We have people from the US, from Canada, from Europe, Germany, Netherlands. We have people from Australia, New Zealand. It's very, very exciting. And everybody comes from a different walk of life. So I know that we've been working together for quite a while now, and I would love for you to share where you were prior to finding our community and getting started with coaching. Just kind of share with everybody like what was going on in your life and why were you looking for something different?
Perfect. Thanks, Melanie. I appreciate you. And welcome, everybody. So glad you're here today. So I'm going to jump right in. Prior to me meeting Melanie Greeno, now 7 years ago, guys, 7 years, I've known this beautiful lady. It's been amazing. I was Gina and I was lost. My life was being lived, but I wasn't living my life. I was living a lie. I felt there was something in my heart that I just wasn't getting. And every day I would wake up and it'd just be the same thing over. I don't know how many of you can agree with that, but I know that there are many women that feel away. I was also off. I was off on my life. I was off on my relationships. I was off on my business. I just started real estate and it was kind of working, but it wasn't. I worked for my father for many years at a restaurant and I just felt like nothing. I was working so hard to make money, but it just wasn't coming fast enough. I also was stressed. I had more month at the end of my money. Who can agree with that, right? It was just so much. And I felt terrible. For 2 years in a row, I thought I was having a heart attack. They sent me home and said, hey, you have a year to live. You better get straight or else you're not going to be here anymore. So you add all that together. I was just a mess and Gina was lost. I saw Melanie 7 years ago on a stage and I watched her. I creeped on her for like about a year before I even introduced myself. And I liked her. I liked what she stood for. She had a marriage that was excelling and thriving and loving. She had businesses that she was working towards, and she wasn't afraid to be real. And I feel we as women right now are afraid to be real. We put this facade on like I did, like everything was great, but inside I was dying. That flame was becoming smaller. So fast forward to me joining She's Creating Empire, to me joining Melanie Greeno on her effort to get as many, not effort, but to join her on this legacy. Yes.
It's a mission.
Yes, exactly. It's a mission to get women to believe in themselves, to have that, create that empire that they want. I now have hope. I'm Regina with hope. I have an amazing real estate business that's just thriving. I've been planting the seeds for years, guys, and it's just barely starting to kick off. 7 years, guys, 7 years. I'm on my relationship with my husband, my kids, my grandkids. It's all different. I love what I do. I love that I wake up every morning excited to get on with the day. I have purpose. I'm positive. When I joined Melanie, I stopped the TV. I stopped the negative news. I stopped everything. And I just started filling myself with books, with videos, with everything that I could to fill this thing right here. This mindset is the most precious thing you have. And whatever you let in, it affects you. It programs you. So remember that. Don't take anything else away. Take that away. Get this right. Everything else will happen. And I became an encourager. Melanie encouraged me when I was tired, when I was sad, when I was crying, when I was said, I'm giving up, Melanie. How many times did I tell you that, Melanie?
Just a few. You're going to make me cry.
And she encouraged me to become the person that I am today. I just feel I'm scratching the surface right now. I feel like tomorrow is never guaranteed, so let's go today. And I just want to thank you, Melanie, for believing in me when others didn't, for holding on and requiring more of me than I ever could of myself, and flaming my flame to become the woman that I am today. So you guys, you're in the right spot. You're at the right time. It's never too late. Join now. And I'm so excited to see who's going to join us on this mission. Love you, Mel.
It. You know what's really cool, Regina, is that when I look at, because I think people, they overestimate what they can do over a few years. They overestimate what they can do in a year, but they underestimate what it can be like when you're on a journey. Right. And it's so hard in our microwave society because people think, well, they should just be able to snap their fingers and have it done. Right. But the reality is that, like you said, 7 years and you've become this beautiful, glowing example for your family. But what gets my heart obviously I'm happy that you're happy, but I also realize the impact. Because when you adjust a woman's crown, when you help her become the best version of herself, who does that impact? Oh. You already said it, the husband, the kids, the grandkids, generations to come. And it makes my hair stand on end. It's like when we think about what women are being groomed to be right now. I'm on training events globally. I see stuff everywhere, and women are really being groomed to be a shell of themselves, right? To not want too much, not hope too much, be pretty, not too bold, not too quiet, not too this, not too that. Yep. And you kind of get lost in all of that.
For sure.
And what I've seen in you, it's like you just become a better version of yourself. And what I love, you've become so bold in who you are and what you know and what you stand for, that it's creating a ripple effect in your business, in your family, and again, your community. So thank you, Regina, obviously from the bottom of my heart. It's so beautiful to see what you've done. And I want for everyone here to give Regina a little bit of encouragement. And I'm going to bring up Shannon just for 1 second, because Shanda has something special for Regina that Regina does.
Oh, surprise. I love it. What is it?
We wanted to make a point of not just sharing your story with the community, but thanking you from the bottom of our heart, because, we're going through the awards ceremony and we're like, who gets what? Which awards go where? And Regina, you have been the most consistent for the longest period of time. I'm already going to cry. A lot of people are starters, but not a lot of people are finishers. And you've seen the job through. And we really wanted to take a minute just to recognize your consistency, and you've fallen down at some times, but you've gotten up. You're the true definition of a tennis ball. You get the tennis ball award. Because, we talk about being a tennis ball, not an egg, because when we fall, we bounce back higher. And you've consistently done that time and time again. And now not only do you have a business that's thriving against the grain, you are mentoring young women. You are a raving example inside our community. And you're also a bit of a sleeper. It's funny. You're like, you show up and you're on your phone and you're in the middle of calls and you're handling all these things. But you just continue to apply and learn. And it's been incredibly inspiring. And so we wanted to take a minute just to recognize you for all you've done over the last few years, and especially in 2023, because it's like, girl, did you step into it? It's just been incredible.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm touched. I'm so emotional just Couldn't have done it with you. I thought your girls' encouragement, your love, your support, your reprimand, like, come on, Gina, you got to get this done. But just thank you. A tennis ball is what I wanted. Thank you.
You got it, girl.
I love you so much. I love you. So that's our first award for the day, and you deserve it, of course. We love you. I know you have a meeting to jump off to, so I will talk to you soon. And of course, we are thrilled that you continue to be a part of our community.
Thank you, guys. Love you guys. Merry
Love
Christmas,
you.
everybody. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
All right. Well, of course, sorry, the tears have already started and we've just gotten going, but that's part of what I love about our Create Your Empire community. Is that we can be women here. It's okay for us to be emotional. It's okay for us to be filled with love and to share what's truly going on. It's a safe place for you to grow and experience your life. And I want for you guys to take a minute and ask yourself, what could you become over the next 7 years? What could your life look like over the next 7 years? I am so excited. When I think about, if you're 20 or 30 or 40 or 50, 60, 70, there's 7 years that are going to happen anyways. What are you going to do with those 7 years? So I'm going to bring up our next lady, and that is Miss Sydney. Let's go to you. This is Sydney Crow. She is a coach with Create Your Empire. She has multiple businesses. She just launched a podcast, which I'll let her share with you. But she has been a big part of our community for a few years. So I wanted her to talk with you guys today because she really has had a breakthrough this year. And I don't know if she feels it, but I know I can see it. It's very, very visible. The shift that's happened in 2023 has been pretty big. So Sydney, do you mind just sharing with everybody where you were when you got started, how you found the community, which I think is great. And then we'll move into the next part of that.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. Merry Christmas, everybody. I found this community and Melanie 3 years ago at this event. Actually, it was the Christmas party, Create Your Empire. Back then, she's creating your empire. And I had a friend tell me I had to kind of meet you, be on this call, get to know you. They had been asking me to look at a business opportunity for some time. And I was kind of like, no, that's not my thing. And so just to appease him, I got on the Zoom. I kind of had my glass of wine. I was watching my favorite TV show. I had my Zoom kind of just sitting off in the background. And I was just going to be on there thinking maybe he was watching. And I was like, I'll just put my name in there. I won't even turn my camera on. And honestly, the energy that was coming through the screen was palpable. So I instantly had turned my TV off, was fully enthralled in this Zoom. And so it's really bittersweet and full circle to be speaking at this event 3 years later. But at that time, from the outside looking in, everything looked good. I had done all the things. And Regina kind of touched on this. Like, I felt like I was living Groundhog Day. I had gone to school. I'd gotten multiple pieces of paper to my name. I had had the husband, the kids, the car, the house. Like, I'd done all the things. And I had so much guilt and shame around the fact that that was not enough for me. And I didn't know where to turn and I get emotional telling this story every single time. Like, I've told it a few times. You'd think I could get through it without choking up. But, my daughter was dealing with a lot, and that we later found out was a rare genetic disorder. And I was really struggling. Like, adulting was really hard. And I, at that point, was actually looking at one-way tickets to leave my family because I thought that they would be better off without me. And saying that every time just chokes me up. So, and I'm so grateful for this community because it was getting around women like Melanie and Shanda that actually showed me that life didn't have to be, as they said, I didn't have to go and check all the boxes. I could be around empowering women and I could find out what actually lit me up inside. And I didn't have to feel the guilt and shame around the struggles that I was dealing with, that I had a safe place to come and share and be supported and find out what lit me up inside. And then in turn was able to allow me to actually love the life that I had built. There was just little pieces on the inside that I needed to tweak. It wasn't what was happening outside that wasn't enough. It was an internal job that I had to fix and work on. And this community allowed me that safe place to do so. And so becoming a certified coach here, improved my income. I've now become a certified mindset and mental wellness coach beyond that. Like you said, I launched a podcast just yesterday. So now I can pay it forward and empower moms to work on overcoming the chaos and conquering what's happening within them so that they can live a life that they love. And this community gave me the open that door for me, gave me the stepping stone to really step into my power and feel the support and the energy that female power should have. I had never been around this type of energy in this type of community. I was always pit against other women. And I think that this community just allowed me a safe place to not feel that competition and to build that collaboration in that environment. So I thank you so much.
Oh gosh. Well, I thank you for being here, and I'm going to try not to bawl because you're an amazing mom.
Thank you.
And an amazing wife, and an amazing leader, and an amazing coach. And to see what you've done with your brand this year, wow. So I want you to tell them about your podcast, because this was a few, you were like, I got to do it. I got to do it. I got to do it. And then finally you just did it. And it's like so good. I saw somebody drop in, your podcast was amazing. So tell us where we can find the podcast to start.
Yeah, so I had a little bit of tech issues, so it's on Spotify for sure now. It will be on Apple, Alexa, Amazon, either later today or this week. And it is called Conquering Chaos, and it is a mom's guide to self-care and sanity. I am just bringing these conversations to the forefront because, as I said, when I was going through it before I found this community, I felt so alone. I would go out and talk to my friends and family about what I was dealing with. And honestly, I felt like they were staring at me like I'd grown a second head. Having a strong-willed blessing, my daughter is both my daughters are the light of my life, but we dealt with a whole extra layer of struggles that not a lot of people could relate to. And so when I would go out and have wine with my friends at the time, I was, they'd be like, oh, that doesn't seem normal. And I was just like, I don't know where to go. Like, I don't know who to talk to about this because it was so struggling. And so, it is going to be a lot of interviews with moms who have kids with ADHD or other special needs. It is going to be talking about self-care and women that have gone through trauma and just bringing these conversations to the forefront so that if they're other women, and I know that there are out there dealing with these issues, that they go, wow, I'm not alone. I'm not the only person dealing with this. And there are resources out there to get support, or there's just a community that I can lean on. And so that's what the podcast is all about. I'll be doing solo episodes just to bring value of how I've overcome things, how other women can do time management, self-care, all of those things. But for the most part, it's just going to be interviews of women sitting down, having a cup of coffee, chit-chatting about hey, you're not alone in this. And what you're going through is not abnormal. There are other people that are going through it.
Well, I absolutely love it. And I'm really proud of you because I know that as we were, of course, you're part of our Breakthrough Success Coaching and CEO School. And as you were learning to niche down, as you were learning to find your niche, it was a little bit like, if I make my niche smaller, am I going to lose people? But what's actually happened is you were brave enough to follow the path to find your brand voice, what really lit you up inside, like you said. And now this beautiful thing is being born. And I want to talk just for a minute about shame. When I was in Germany on the weekend speaking at an event, it was a women's event. And there was a lot of women in the room, a lot, 700 or 800, I can't remember, a lot of people. And we talked about basically the conditioning that women go through and that it's really not okay. We're body shamed. We're money shamed. We are smart shamed, right? We're not smart enough. For investing, we're not smart enough. That's a man's thing for this and that. And you know what? Sometimes women will stand back and be like, well, I don't think that's true. But the reality is it is true. And especially as a mom. So I'm really excited that you're going down the road of really helping remove the shame around being a mom, because being a mom is one of the hardest things you're ever going to do ever, let alone adding a wife and a business and a thing and it's hard enough on its own, especially in today's day and age where it's complicated. Like it is not what it used to be, right? So, I love that you're doing that. And I want to bring up Shanda for a minute because we also have a special gift for you. So like I said, you've been working with us for 3 years. You were introduced through this Christmas party, which is a success clue. You guys, if you have people in your life that you have been trying to engage in whatever business whether it's network marketing or you're a coach, this community is a place to nurture them. When they come here, they can, for once in their life, have a deep breath of fresh air where they can just chill and relax and have that shame removed and actually start to learn what it means to become a queen, right? I'm on a mission to empower women to become financially independent, to love their lives, love their husbands, love their kids, love what they've built, and step into their greatness. And you can do it too. So we have a very special award for you, Sydney, because your breakthrough this year has literally been mind-blowing. So Shanda, go ahead.
Yeah, it's the surprise, most improved brand. Because what was so amazing is I remember, and any of you who are in the coaching, is she found her brand, she figured it out, she launched it, and she's like, I thought that was all I had to do. And then you massaged it and you grew it and you expanded it and you kept going when it wasn't this overnight success. And I truthfully believe that overnight successes are actually detrimental to our long-term entrepreneurial tenacity button. And the way that you took the thing that was on your heart to do and you kept massaging it and learning about it and engaging with it and bringing it to the market and making it so you were meeting people where they were at, not just showing off what you thought they needed. It was really special. And I know that what's cracked open in your business, the testimonies that are coming from your clients, the aha moments. I had someone who said, Sydney, I heard Sydney's story and I want my after to sound like her after. Like, you have been so inspiring, not just with what you're doing, but also with the impact that it's had on the people that you serve, on your coaching business, on your network marketing business. And I know those little girls are just watching you and what their future looks like because of what you've done, and the price you're paying is beyond special. And the way you've put your voice out into the world, it takes courage and boldness, and it's beautiful what you've done. And we're really, really proud of you. And it's so amazing to have you here. So, you guys have no idea. This is not the one I had 3 years ago.
No. And you have to massage it. It's never like, I really did think, okay, I launched and yay, I'm good to go. Why isn't this working? So I really appreciate that. Thank you.
And congratulations, just so you guys know, she won a trip in her network marketing business. She's got income coming in there. She's got coaching income coming in. She's figuring it out. And that is all we can ask for. All of us need to ditch the perfection and realize progress and the journey is the point. It's the person we're becoming on our way to the destination that actually is the reason that any of this is even happening. So Sydney, I'm really proud of you. Congratulations on the most improved brand. We're so excited for you. You guys will be getting certificates also, just so you know, because there's actually an actual certificate that you guys can frame and put up and do the thing. But I'm so proud of you. Seriously, thank you for being here. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much for having me. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Okay, let's move to our third person that we're going to bring up. Before I do that, I want to talk about what does it look like for you in 2024, right? What does it look like, right? We want to know what your goals are. What do you want to have happen in 2024? Have you been stuck in your business? Have you been stuck in your mental state like you heard from Regina and from Sydney? The reality is we are not meant to walk this journey alone. And you heard Sydney say it. She'd never been a part of something where women weren't in competition, We are going to adjust each other's crowns. We're going to build queens in the marketplace who create an impact. We believe that you are meant to be wealthy. We believe that you're meant to find your purpose and deliver it to the world. We believe that this is a safe environment for you to actually discover who you are, what you want to do with your life, and leave an impact. We also believe that when you change a woman's life, you actually impact a family. And when you impact a family, you change what? A community. The community does what? Changes a nation, and the nation can change the world. So we are on a mission to empower 1 million women in Create Your Empire to actually become financially independent, love themselves, right? And be a part of a much bigger mission. I love my husband, but I want to make sure that whether he is here or not, my family is taken care of. And that is a message that's important for me to pass on to you. So I'm going to bring up Grace. Grace Johnson is a lovely, lovely lady that we have known for a little while. Let her tell her story, but she is also a big part of impacting another level of generation. You see, we have people from all walks of life. Sorry, I just have to meet a few people here. We have people from all walks of life. We have people who are in their 20s, in their 30s, in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, right? And each one is special in their own way. So, Grace, I know that you have kind of, really just amped up your journey, I would say, in like the last 6 months. Can you just tell everybody, who are you, where are you from, how did you find Create Your Empire, and just fill us in a little bit.
Amazing. Thank you, Mel, for the introduction. I'm super excited to be here with you guys. I started, it was 2020, late 2020. I found She's Creating an Empire through Shanda, and the rest is history from there. I just heard a message that I wasn't able to let go of. I was like, there's people do this different. Somebody does this different, and I've learned the wrong rules, and I've been playing this game with as much fervor as I could, and I wasn't getting anywhere. I was like, I went to school, I got my undergrad in marketing, got my master's in communications, so I had 2 degrees. I was coming out of college, and I was like, what is this adulting thing that everybody hates? I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And there's got to be a better way. I'd played sports my whole life, and so competition and just the drive and the passion, I had a really big hole that was missing. And so I was in a very down place. I was in a very small place, and it was the first time I'd been in that situation where I was like, there's got to be something more to this. There's got to be something that I can go play all out with, that I don't need to shrink for. And there's a quote in Coach Carter that just wrecked me probably this year. And it was, you playing small doesn't serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. And it was just it just broke my heart open. And I was like, we got to play big. I don't like this. Playing small isn't for me. And it's very countercultural to most 20-year-olds that I come around. They don't have a plan. And this was the first place that ever gave me a plan that actually started working. And I was like, okay, here's the next step. I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but I'm just going to follow people that I have proven track record, because success leaves clues. If you guys stick and stay long enough, you'll start to get your pay. And it is true and true. You can't solve a problem on the same level you created it. And that was by far one of the best things I learned when I first started. Was I had problems that I had no clue how to solve, so I might as well stay around people that knew what they were doing and how they were getting there. And it's been the best journey I've ever been on.
I absolutely love that. And I love that you are now really on your social media, in your messaging, stepping into a mission. And when you start to think about the impact that you can have on those 20 somethings that are lost right now, they're never going to be able to buy a house. They have to work 2 and 3 jobs just to pay their rent. What's going on? Their jobs are being replaced by AI like mad. Like, it's crazy what's happening. And you have a real opportunity to impact them. So I want to say thank you for actually being here and being a part of this, for sticking around when you could have been out partying with your friends, for learning a different way of being, for, you know, becoming a queen in the making, right? We call her a princess. She's a queen in the making. And we have a very special gift for you too. So, Shanda, take it away.
Absolutely not, until you tell people about the milestone that you hit this year in that 1 day of income.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, celebration wise, when you can hit more in 1 day than you make in a month at your job, it does something to your soul where it's like, there's more to this than the story.
She always forgets to mention it. I'm like, it's a huge freaking deal when you can do that ever in your side hustle, right? Like, we talk about making our annual income our monthly income, and then we talk about making our monthly income our daily income. Like, this is a part of the goal setting, and it's just so cool that, you know, we crossed that milestone, because yeah, that was a big one this year. So the award we have for Grace. So the thing is that, like she said, you can't solve a problem on the same level of thinking you created it on. And she's the one person that has, there's lots of people in our community that embodied that, but she's really taken it seriously. And Melanie told me when I was in the first 10 days of working with her, she's like, you need to get to events. And events change lives because it's full immersion. But it takes a level of commitment that most people don't have, to hop on airplanes, to live below their means, to reinvest, to sleep in group hotel rooms, to do crazy trips. And Grace has been above and beyond committed. She has shown up. How many countries?
6 countries this year.
And when was before this year, when was the last time you left the country?
2017.
Was it for like Mexico?
It was for France. I went to France.
Okay, it was a real trip. I remember it was a soccer trip. Yeah. But nonetheless, like, this woman's gone to Croatia. She's gone to Panama. She's gone to Canada. She's had this crazy life experience. And, you know, people get so busy making a living, they forget to make a life. And, you know, we work hard on our business, but Grace works hard on herself. And so we wanted to give you the event attendance award, because no one shows up like you. We can count on you to be there. We don't even have to ask, is Grace coming? Like, that's not even a question. And that's such a special thing to see, that someone is so committed to showing up for themselves and doing what it takes, first of all, to put their hand up and say, mentor me. Because anyone who comes to in-person events, anyone who comes to our retreats, that's the people we always see as the most serious. And you've been consistently one of the most serious people about getting in proximity, about showing up, not just virtually, but in person, and doing whatever it takes. And I know what that takes. I know the commitment level that it requires, and it's a huge sign of success. And so, you know, we're excited for everything that we get to watch you grow up and become, everything that you're creating. And I don't even recognize the woman sitting in front of me. And it is such an honor to have you in my life and to be able to see you so often. I feel like I see you more than I do my family, because we go to these events together all the time. And you're truly standing in the gap for other women. Your willingness to break off the chains of bondage by staying curious and getting close to people who know God and know abundance and are living life out loud, and challenging what you were groomed to be and stepping into what you were created to be. It's really special. And, you know, it's like I have a little sister, and it's just beautiful. So keep going. We're very proud of you. We see the commitment that you're making to yourself and all the sacrifices it takes. And I know you keep a brave face, but we see you, and we're really grateful you're here. And then we get to see you so often and get all the hugs and pictures. Also, she takes beautiful pictures at every event. So yeah, and it's just the beginning.
Thank you, guys.
Melanie, you're muted.
You're muted.
Of course I am. So congratulations. We're so glad you're here. Thank you for hopping on, taking your time. I know you're probably at work. We appreciate you. We love you. And we cannot wait to see where you're going to be in the next 5 to 10 years, because it is going to be epic. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, guys.
Love it. Okay. All right, guys. So what's really cool is that we actually are opening the doors to our Breakthrough Success Coaching Program. And then Shanda actually has a few more awards. So don't go anywhere, because I see a couple names who are going to get some awards coming up. But I just want to share with you what's going on, because I think that when we start to look at what's happening with the Breakthrough Success Coaching, etc. Where did the document go? My document just left. That's fine. Well, we'll just talk about it. How would that be? Okay, so basically what I want you guys to know is that we have a year-long mastermind, really is what it is. There's 12 modules. You're going to learn branding, social media, money management, time management, how to reprogram your brain, how to step out from underneath that patriarchal conditioning that we've all undergone, where we need to sit down, shut up, be good little girls, good little blah, 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 do the thing. We want to reprogram your mind so that you are ready. There it is, for success. Okay. So this is a fast track master's degree in true success you've always needed, addressing the 4 key areas that are going to make a difference in your life, time, finances, and business. Now, understand that when you're looking at the program, here's what I want you guys to know. Not only are you getting the 12 modules, you're getting a full library of tools and resources. We do weekly group coaching calls. So each and every week you're on with me, some of my experts, sometimes it's some of our coaches, but it's all there for built-in accountability and actual live time coaching. So meaning real-time coaching. If you're stuck in what scripts you should be using, what you're posting, what your brand is, what your time management is, your money, whatever, we're there all helping you solve those issues with live coaching for an entire year. It's over 50 calls for the year. Now, you also get access to our masterclass archive. You get a success system, which actually is a full-time management training. You get our Facebook lab community where you can ask questions. For example, somebody today put their offer in there, ask for feedback. That's all gives you access to all of that. But what I really want you to hear, this is a very unique program. I can go teach you social media, and I can teach you money, and I can teach you network marketing. But the reality is, until we fix what's going on in here, until we help you identify how to coach yourself, how to reparent yourself, how to reprogram yourself, how to get rid of the things that are holding you back. How many of you feel like you're just banging your head against the glass ceiling? You can't figure out why. You know you have to do some stuff and you're not doing it. Okay, so that reprogramming, that reparenting, in my opinion, is the most important thing that we can do for you. We're going to give you a framework to run your business and your life on that's actually going to have you moving forward. In our community, we've paid off over $60 million in debt. We add on average 2 to 3 streams of income in the first year. We also have a financial fitness framework that's going to teach you not only how to pay off debt, increase your income, but also move forward in your money mindset and get rid of that money trauma drama. So you're going to get scripts on fire. You're going to get a perfect strategy called script. All the modules are laid out here. You can see we have a foundations, time management, financial fitness. It's all there. How to get leads on repeat, how to create your dynamic brand, how to do a content creation lab and actually have your content being repurposed. We teach you sales. We teach you the art of presenting your offer, network marketing, relationship magic, unleashing your inner CEO. All of these things are incredibly powerful. The total value, no joke, if you were going to go to the website and buy this stuff separately, is over $145,000 in value. It is a lot. Of course, we're not going to charge that because that would be ridiculous. I want you guys to know that I used to do one-on-one coaching for about $20,000 a year, and that was not even as many calls as you get in this program. Right now, we're giving you access to get started for $297 today, just $297. So you have 2 options. One, you can go ahead, click the link, get enrolled. You're going to get all the bonuses, everything, whatever, for $297. $297. Our next call is on Wednesday. So So if you get yourself enrolled, you will be in on the next call on Wednesday. You're going to get instant access. If you're not sure if this is a fit for you and you would like more information, you can book a call. So if you want to book a call, I want you to drop the word call in the chat. If you're just ready to get started, go ahead and click the link that was just put in the chat. So with that, I am going to take a minute, bring up Shanda, and I am going to have her, we can stop share on the screen, guys. But I want you to know there's a link to book a call, or you can just go ahead and pay. It says BSC Pay. So before Shanda gets into the awards, I want to just take a minute and say thank you, Shanda, for everything that you do for this entire community. If you've had Shanda impact your life in a positive way, you know the power that she holds. There is a leadership book by John Maxwell called 360-Degree Leader, and he teaches you how to lead up and down. And it's a very rare person that actually takes the time to do that with their life. And she has done just that. She is a massive part of this organization. She has network marketing success. She's a coach. She's done consulting. She has absolutely blown the doors off of sales. She is a power to be reckoned with. And I am so grateful because that was not always the case. So Shanda, if you don't mind sharing your story, and then you can just jump right into, actually go ahead and share your story while we're here. I'm going to remove myself. I want you to do your before and after, and then I'll come back up and we can go from there.
Okay, Smokey. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate the encouragement. It means a lot to be a part of an incredible community where literally we straighten each other's crowns, right? Like I had never had this experience before. Create Your Empire. I had a couple of girlfriends, but really it was a pretty catty dynamic. Now we have each other's back and we have each other's front, we have each other, and it's really, really, really special. And I think it's because we're all on this journey of like becoming our best selves and creating something for the first time in our family together. They say that you definitely thank you so much. I love it too. Actually, funny story. So because I'm a kid at heart, and I tried to be a very serious grown-up prior to this academy, or to this whole group and all of us, I've been activating my inner child, and we had our summer retreat in Kelowna, and I was like, let's make friendship bracelets, and let's bring clothes and swap them, and let's do all the silly things. Let's like roast marshmallows and make s'mores, right? I just want to be a kid, because like, why would we stop doing those things? They're amazing. And these are amazing humans. And we have this amazing retreat, and we're all getting together, and we can all let our guard down and just be. No one's got kids to take care of, or husbands to take care of, or work to do. This is the time to be there. And so we brought these clothes to swap because, you want to do that sometimes. And this was actually someone else in our community sweater. I was like, oh no, that one's for me. So whoever this used to be, I don't know, because it was just in the pile. But that's the kind of stuff we get to do now, is really have our cake and eat it too, I like to say. Because like I said before, I was very serious. I had a full-time job, working in a beige cubicle, good corporate job with, benefits and vacation. But I had hit a glass ceiling. I couldn't get out of there. And I had the same job at 30 that I did at 19, and I couldn't go up. And I was like, am I really going to do this for the rest of my life? So I invested in real estate, because that's the key, right? Every millionaire makes money in real estate. So I got to real estate in 2009, and it took every waking hour, every ounce of patience, every single dollar out of my life. And I had no fun at all. Even if nothing broke, I was, cleaning or doing something. And of course, I thought the solution was more money. So what do? Definition of insanity, get another job. So now I had another job, and then I had another job. So I had 3 jobs, 3 houses, 6 units, 18 major appliances. They break all the time. I was like, why am I always replacing a dishwasher? Anyways, it was a lot, and it was no fun, and it didn't get me ahead financially. It was crazy. I put all this time, money, effort, energy. I did all the things they taught me how to do. I got the good job. I bought the house. I lived in it while I renovated it. after doing it for 11 years, I was like, it's going to take 40 to retire with barely enough if I keep this pace up. And that's if interest rates don't quadruple. And that's if, my income doesn't go down. And all of those things, would have been true if I stayed there. So I'm really grateful that this community helped me dig my well before I was thirsty. I started learning skills. I started building businesses. My first business failed and it took my life savings and it was a very big challenge, but I had this community and I had people who said, what, you're not supposed to be good at stuff you've never done. 2020 was hard for everyone. And I had a backup plan. I had a second stream of income because Melanie says you got to have more than one, get 1 to 6 figures and then go build another one and then get another 1 to 6 figures and then build another one. And so I had something to lean back on and it gave me flexibility. And then I got to ask myself questions like, why do I wear this? And why do I live here? And I realized so much of it was because someone told me to. And I thought that would make me fit in better or be more acceptable. And now I wear ridiculous things and I live in Lululemon dupes and I travel the world and I eat tacos for breakfast. And sometimes I work at 5 a.m. and sometimes 10 p.m. and sometimes I don't work at all. And that's all based on what I decide. And I finally get to live life based on my terms. I've paid off over $1 million in debt. I've helped a lot of people pay off a lot of debt. It's crazy what's possible here. And more importantly, I look in the mirror and love myself. I have friends all over the world. I've been to so many places. I can almost speak another language because I've lived in other countries. I've got my health under control. I have my mental health under control. I have self-confidence I never knew possible. I didn't follow in my mother's footsteps with relationships or health or attitude or any of that. Money. All of my parents were bankrupt. I luckily was able to avoid that. So it's just been better. Everything's better, you guys. Like for real. Jump in, the water's great.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Well, I know that for some of the people on here, it's really scary when you have to look in the mirror and say, this is not what I intended. It is a scary place to be when you have built a life, right? And you look at it and you're like, whoa, wait a second, especially if you're in network marketing or in a male-dominated society where they're telling you, just work harder, like hustle harder, do it more. And although I believe in hard work, I believe in hard work. I don't believe that you can fix what's broken by working harder. The broken part is in your heart. The broken part is in your mind. Like Sydney said, she had to shift what was going on here. Regina said it too. Grace said it too. You've been sold a lie that working harder is going to make it better. It's not. We have to take the time to rebalance our lives, to reassess what's important to us, and to learn to work smarter. Right? Women are built to work a different way than men. And so when we can learn to really embrace that feminine power and use it to build our businesses, everything absolutely changes. So I love that. All right. Yeah. So we taught you how to rest. Yes. And he's like, you taught me how to rest. Yes.
Melanie forced me to rest.
I did. I almost had to fire
her. She would fire me. Just call me and fire me. She's like, exhaustion is radiating off of you. You are fired.
I don't know why my business isn't working. I'm like, because you're stressed and exhausted. No one wants to join that. Take a day off. She's like, I can't do it. I'm like, do it. And then I'd text her, I'd phone her, and she would answer. I'm like, why did you answer? She's because it's you. I'm like, I don't care if it's Santa. You're not, take a day off. Anyway, so now she's like, she actually knows how to rest. And that's a big part of what I want for you too. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to get those links thrown back up. Again, if you want to join Breakthrough Success Coaching, get all the modules, get the weekly coaching, be with us for a year. Give me 1 year. We'll change your life. You can get started today for $297. If you want to get 2 months free, there is an option on the page to do that as well. But also, if you need to book a call, you can do that. And Shanda, our team is going to walk you through any questions or concerns that you have. Is this a fit for you? We're just here to support you in your goals. So we'll get those links back up. But Shanda, if you don't mind, I would love for you to dive in and share the other rewards. You guys, it's going to be about 5 minutes. We're going to wrap up, but share the other awards so that we can celebrate our community.
I would love to. I love recognition. And one of Melanie's love languages is words of affirmation. So she's like a big fan of this part. She's been like, we've been looking forward to this forever. She's like, let's do awards. It's been great. Okay. Our whole community is amazing. So I want you guys to know that 95% of people live life on autopilot. They're non-player characters going through the rat race, just not even asking questions, learning things, going to the next level. So just the fact that you're here is such a big deal. And I want, whether you're you're in Breakthrough Success Coaching or you're not, committing to being a part of a community, committing to yourself, investing time, money, energy into you already sets you apart. You're already a winner. And so I want each and every one of you to congratulate yourself on not just letting life happen to you and not just getting caught up in that monotony, but instead taking the reins and choosing to live a life. Everybody dies, but not everybody lives. And I really believe that these are the sorts of events, you see us cry all the time, you see us laugh, you see us get silly. Well, we're not numb. I was numb when I got here. Now I feel. It's such a gift. And the fact that you're here too is already a big deal. So this year, we've seen hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt paid off, income streams added, businesses grown, and lives change. However, just like in fitness, we see off-scale victories. There are some breakthrough victories in our community that are most inspiring. So we want to recognize the ladies with some of the biggest breakthroughs in 2023. The very first one is Susan Dawson. Let's get some love for Susan in the chat. Y'all know who she is. She is a ray of sunshine and always ridiculous, over the top. She is loyal, consistent, and always a dynamic part of the team. She comes to in-person events and lights up the room. She brings her dynamic questions and incredible honesty and great teamwork to the online meetings as well. She's one of the longest standing Create Your Empire members and continues to grow, ask good questions, and support others every single day. And she is truly such a special gift to this community. Actually, Sandra, it's funny. I remember when she got to Panama, the retreat, at the same time as you, and neither one of you knew who each other was. And you became best friends instantly. And she just does that. She's like our cheerleader, our mascot. It's just been such a gift to have Sue. And so, Sue, we wanted to recognize you this year for your team spirit. The next one, Sandra, we have Find Your Voice Award. So earlier this year, Sandra didn't know how to live for her, how to say what she did, or how to recruit people. She came to Panama hoping for an answer in a community. She found the strength and light inside herself. She stepped into her role as healer, and she's grown every single business that she's in. She creates dynamic content and grows every single day. Watching her bloom has been a true gift for everyone in this community, and she is definitely an example of someone who has smashed the box society tried to put her in and started living a life out loud to the fullest. We do not get back in our box, do we, ladies? And watching you smash that this year, Sandra, has been an absolute palpable experience. You can taste it. You can see it. It's radiating off of you. Your grandbabies are watching, and it is a huge blessing to each and every one of us here. And we wanted to make a point of saying, good job. Davita Cartwright, our connection rising star. Okay, so I love Davita. Davita came to us with a drive and a hunger for more. She's been running her traditional business forever and really wanted to be free from it. She's ended up severing toxic relationships, focusing on her health, asking hard questions and facing hard times, and doing it all with an attitude of excellence. She has since joining us, the highest contributor to our community in terms of connections in 2023. She cares so much about people and helping them get their needs met. She's a gift to so many. She's always sharing people's content, connecting and sending referrals, and she adds people to events every single time. Our mission is to impact over 1 billion lives, and Davita is the kind of person we can do this with. She truly cares about the people that she's connected to, and it means the world to us that she is connecting people and increasing this community alongside us. So good job, Davita. You received the Connection Rising Star Award. For real, right, Sydney? It's beautiful. And Kyla gets the attendance award. This woman is determined to get out of the rat race, y'all. If you know, you know. And it shows. She shows up every single day, every single event, and completes every single ounce of homework to the best of her ability. We've seen her on Zooms in hard hats at her desk with the phone like propped behind the cup. She's like, for sure still working. She does whatever it takes to show up and does it every single day. You can show someone's future by how they spend their time and their money. And we know with this kind of commitment to showing up and applying what you learn, that world, you better watch out. Yes, for real. What's coming up for Kyla is going to be incredible. We are so excited for you and grateful that you're here and see your commitment. So congratulations on the attendance award.
I also want to say, just back up 1 second, because I think it's important to acknowledge a lot of women come here and they have jobs and they use those jobs as excuses as to why they can't build their network marketing business or their coaching business, why they can't be on calls, why they can't do the thing. But Kyla uses her job as the reason she must. And that is a powerful example of someone who's made a absolutely determined decision to change their life. And I'm really, honestly, I want you guys to hear it. If you have a job, great, work your job. You need your job, pay your bills. That's awesome. But also don't let it be the thing that stops you from creating freedom long-term in your life.
For real. For real. All right, Brittany Anderson, master your niche. So Brittany has an interesting niche and it's very specific. It comes from her experience and life story. When we met Brittany, she was trying to be everything to everybody. And since then, she's unleashed the vagina coach that we see today. I had to put that in there because it's just so funny. I love it. She's truly embraced it. It's been beautiful. She started telling her story with content consistently, and her brand grows every day. When we ask, what does Brittany do inside this community? Every single person could tell you. Every single person could tell you. And that is so rare. And it's a superpower. And many women struggle with. How many of you guys could say it in one sentence, let alone have a stranger or someone else say it in one sentence, right? This is beautiful. And Brittany is an example to all of us about clarity, focus, and desire to help, and how those things can make such a difference in finding your niche and really dialing into it. Watching you grow and claim this has been such a gift, Brittany. Great work. And Sherry Donahue, let's get some flowers for Sherry Donahue, your Find Your Groove Award. So Sherry has always been a champion and a funny, dynamic part of our community. However, finding her groove as a coach has taken some time. In 2023, she got it. She's a running coach for women over 50, helping them navigate their process as well as their changing bodies, has given her light and zest for her business, and it has given her light and a zest for her business she's previously only had for her chickens and running insane distances. So that whole energy is now coming into her. This woman runs 100K. She's crazy. And she has a gajillion chickens and it's amazing. And now she's got that same level of intensity, passion, and engagement with her business. Okay. Watching her light up and claim her lane is truly a gift we all cherish. And so thank you, Sherry, for inspiring each and every one of us. So those are our awards for 2023. Let's get some huge congratulations to our winners, to those that are continuing to grow and learn and apply. Like I said, we call them in fitness, it's off-scale victories, right? Pretty much all of us have seen a bank account victory. We've seen a branding victory. We've seen a mindset victory. We've seen some sort of time management victory, but it's these transformations, these breakthroughs that shift the whole person, the identity shifts, the breakthroughs that really allow you to unsee things. You can never see things the same way. They're the big wins we wanted to celebrate today. So congratulations to all the winners. And I can't wait to celebrate even more of you next year.
I love it. Well, thank you, Shanda, for doing that, for obviously always being a part of the community. I just want to let you guys know that when you really, truly decide to change your life, everything can change. And it is not done in a vacuum. And that's the most important thing. We talked about removing the shame. We talked about, stepping out into your greatness, finding your voice. developing your dynamic brand, getting breakthrough in your life, your finances, your time management, right? And really doing that in a way that's long-term sustainable. So if you're here and you're ready for breakthrough in your life in 2024, go ahead and grab your spot. $297 to get started. We'll put the link in the chat. If you need a call, put the word call in the chat and or click the 100K call link. And either way, you will be directed to your next step, $297 and to get started and get access right now, or you want to chat with somebody and make sure that this is the right fit for you. I love that. Kyla says, saying yes to myself and joining this community was the best thing I've ever done. We are so proud of each and every one of you. 2023 has been a ride of a lifetime, but I promise you right now, 2024 is literally going to be epic. Join us. We'll see you on the inside. We absolutely love you. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to your family. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Please don't let yourself get driven into the ground this Christmas. Take some time for you. Take some time to figure out what you want. What do you want your life to look like in 2024? Don't spend thousands of dollars on your kids. Buy them one. We're not even doing gifts this year. Just so y'all know, we're doing a true family Christmas. I let everybody know that's coming to our house. No gifts. We're going to find people to give back to. We're going to eat together as a family, play together as a family, explore together as a family, watch crazy Christmas movies together as a family. And we're going to put the love where it belongs, and that's in our home and not into material things that won't matter 6 months from now. We absolutely love you guys. We will see you on the inside. We'll talk to you soon, okay? Bye for now.